Hello all. Today we'll have a discussion on the topic profit margins. The CEOs and the top management need to defend this question of what has happened to the company in terms of profitability in the last year by the board members in every board meeting, right? So that means the world is revolving around the word profit. Knowingly or unknowingly, we are using the term profit very often in our conversation. In this video, we will have some clear understanding of profit and how it is used in accounting, right? So there are three questions basically we are trying to answer. Question number one is what is profit? Question number two is what are the types of profit? And the last one is what are the different profit margins? So let's look at question number one. What is profit? Profit means the excess of revenue over the expenses in that period for that entity. It is otherwise known as surplus. For example, total revenue in a period is INR 100 crores. Total expenses for the firm in that period is INR 50 crores. So that means the profit is revenue minus expenses. So that is 100 minus 50. That gives us 50 crores in INR. That is known as surplus, otherwise known as profit, otherwise known as income, otherwise known as earnings, right? Please make note of these words. Surplus, profit, income or earnings all refer to one and the same. Let's look at question number 2 now. What are the different types of profits, right? So when I talk about profit, basically we are going to look at the income statement of the company. You know top line is revenue. You also know bottom line is net profit, right? So that means from the top line to the bottom line, whatever is being presented in terms of line items in the income statement, we are going to make use of in terms of computing different profits, right? So there are basically 5 types of profits. The very first one is gross profit. The second one is EBITDA. The third one is EBIT. The fourth one is PBT, otherwise known as EBT, otherwise known as pre-tax profit. And the last one is PAT, otherwise known as EAT, otherwise known as net profit or net income. So these are all the 5 types of profits, right? So let's look at the first one, gross profit in INR. You can also compute in other currencies. We are just talking about Indian context. So that means Indian National Rupee is the one I have used in the explanation. But you can make use of other currencies too, right? So gross profit is nothing but operating revenue less COGS, cost of goods sold. We have discussed about that in the previous video in detail, right? In case you missed to see that, I request you to please see that. So that means operating revenue less cost of goods sold, which includes depreciation and amortization. That means COGS includes depreciation and amortization, right? So once you subtract, right, COGS from your operating revenue, what you are going to get is your gross profit in absolute figure, that is in INR. The second profit is known as EBITDA. It's a big word. Earnings before interest, tax, depreciation and amortization. Earnings means profit before we go about adjusting 4 line items in terms of expenses, namely interest number 1, tax number 2, depreciation number 3. Depreciation is otherwise known as amortization. Depreciation is normally used for reduction in the value of tangible assets, whereas amortization is the word used for reduction in the value of intangible assets, right? So that means before we subtract or adjust 3 items, 3 expense items, namely interest, tax and D&A, right? What is the profit of the firm? That is where we are talking about EBITDA. Every word, the very first letter is used in this, right, terminology. So that is why we call it EBITDA, right? So it is nothing but gross profit, which we have computed in absolute figure in the last step, right? We are going to subtract, right? What are we going to do? We are going to subtract other operating expenses and then we are going to add back depreciation and amortization because it is already subtracted in the previous step, right? So that means if you add back, we are going to get the profit before we are going to subtract depreciation and amortization, right? I repeat, we will start with the gross profit which we have computed in the previous step. We will add with that depreciation and amortization. Why are we doing that? because it got subtracted in order to find out gross profit in the previous step, right? So you add back that amount and then subtract other operating expenses in order to find out EBITDA, right? Yeah, let's go for the third one. The third one is known as EBIT, or otherwise known as operating profit or operating income. This is the profit the finance guys are going to make use of in their financial analysis, right? So that means any financial analysis we are going to talk about, we are going to touch upon this EBIT, right? Which is otherwise known as operating income. What is operating profit? It is nothing but operating revenue minus operating expenses, right? So that means earnings before interest and tax, EBIT, is otherwise known as operating profit, right? What is the formula for that? EBITDA less D&A. The last two letters we are removing from EBITDA, right? EBITDA. We are removing DA in order to find out EBIT, right? Yeah, I move ahead. The next one is PBT or EBT, otherwise known as pre-tax profit. Profit before tax, otherwise known as earnings before tax, is nothing but the EBIT which we got in the third step, earnings before interest and tax, right? We'll start with that, and then we will subtract interest expense. Look at the words, look at the letters here, EBIT. I'm going to remove I from this, so that means if I strike off I, what I am going to have is the remaining three letters EBT, otherwise known as PBT, right? PBIT, if I strike off I, it becomes PBT, right? So I remove interest expense, I subtract interest expense from EBIT, and then I add other income here. What is other income? Non-operating revenue. That means interest on your investment is your non-operating revenue. Gain on sale of capital asset is your other income, right? So I am going to add that in order to find out what is my PBT, right? And the last one is PAT. Fifth one is PAT, profit after tax, which is otherwise known as EAT, earnings after tax, which is otherwise known as net profit or net income, right? So how do you find out that? Simple. Start with PBT, which we have computed in the previous step. From that you subtract tax expenses. So that means PBT, if you remove T, it becomes, right, profit after tax, right? So these are all the 5 types of profits, right? I repeat: gross profit, EBITDA, EBIT, EBT or PBT. Last one is what is the net income or net profit, right? Yeah. I take you to the last question, right? Profit in absolute term do not help us in knowing whether we are improving in our profitability or not, right? For example, I would like to know who is doing better. Is it Jasmeet Limited or, right, Shubhas Limited? Two of my students. So I have just given a hypothetical example using their names, right? Yeah. So that means it is known as cross-sectional comparison, because I am comparing one company with that of another one for that same period. So it means it's cross-sectional comparison, right? So I want to know who is doing better. Is it Jasmeet Limited or Shubhas Limited in all these 5 margins, right? Let us assume Jasmeet Limited profit is, say for example, 500 crores, and Shubhas Limited profit is, say for example, 400 crores. Just by looking at these absolute number, what comes to our mind is this: we think that it is Jasmeet Limited who is doing better because their absolute profit is 100 crores more than that of our other company, namely Shubhas Limited, right? But in reality it may not be so. Why? Because we are not normalizing the differences between Jasmeet Limited and Shubhas Limited, right? So what is it we have to do for that? We have to go for profit margins, right? So that means I am going to make use of the profit in the numerator, all these 5 types of profit, and then I am going to divide each one of the profit by the revenue figure in comparison to that, right? So I am going to get what is a, right, normalized number, right? This is what profit margins are all about, right? Yeah. So similarly, I may be interested in comparing only our own company. For example, Surabhi Limited, another student of mine, right? Let us assume Surabhi Limited wants to know whether their profitability in 2020 is better than 2019, right? So that means same company but 2 or more different periods. So that means what kind of analysis it is? It is known as time series analysis, right? Same company compared over a period of time, right? Yeah. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to take the first one, gross profit margin. What is the formula for that? Very simple. Gross profit in INR in the numerator divided by what is the operating revenue in INR for that firm in that period. If you multiply that by 100, what you are going to get is gross profit margin in percentage. Next one is EBITDA margin. What is the formula? EBITDA profit in INR divided by operating revenue in INR multiplied by 100. We are going to have EBITDA margin. Next one is EBIT margin. Right? How do you get that? EBIT in INR numerator divided by operating revenue in INR denominator multiplied by 100 is going to give you what is your EBIT margin. Right? What is the next one? PBT margin. How do you get that? PBT INR in the numerator divided by total revenue. Please look at the difference. In the previous three margins, gross profit margin denominator is operating revenue. In the EBITDA margin, denominator is operating revenue. In the EBIT margin, denominator is operating revenue. But if you look at PBT margin and PAT margin, the next one, the denominator is total revenue, right? So that means it includes your other income also, right? Because you are going to pay tax, right, on both your operating and non-operating income, right? So that means what is the formula? PBT in INR divided by total revenue multiplied by 100. Similarly, the last one, net income margin is nothing but net income in INR, right, in the numerator divided by total revenue multiplied by 100, right? For all these 5 margins, the inference rule is pretty simple. The inference rule is higher the better. Yeah, that's it. So summary of this session is this. We have answered 3 questions. What is profit? What are the different types of profit? What are the different types of profit margins, right? Yeah, so I hope you are getting it. So this is going to be very useful in answering the question of what has happened to the company in this period, right? So thank you guys. See you in the next video.